Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. We'll give it a few minutes usually before everyone gets in, and we can get started in about 5 minutes. So I already see two people. Hello, and thank you for joining. So usually not usually, always, I send a poll. So this is a question, a few questions about where you come from, how you heard about the webinar. Uh, I don't know, a few other things. How do you hear about the program and etc. Please make sure you fill it in. I need 100% participation, so I started the poll right now. Please don't hesitate to fill it in. Also, we have Q&A that is ongoing. If you have any questions at any point, please don't hesitate to write them down. We will make sure to answer as fast as possible. And at the end of the webinar, we also have a few minutes, 10 minutes to answer all your questions, as many as we can also. So don't hesitate to write anything you want down, and we will tackle them as we go. I am accompanied today by program directors Michalis Vazirganis and Rémi Flammary. They will be presenting to you the program for this, the program of the program, and all the course content and what you would be learning if you decide to join, hopefully. So, thank you to them for joining us. My name is Karim. I'm from the marketing team, and I'll be hosting this webinar today. We'll give it 3 more minutes for more people to join in before we get going. Up. The webinar will not take longer than an hour. Usually it doesn't. So if you wanna, don't worry. This won't take too long, but it's quite interesting. So stick till the end. I think you'll find quite a few interesting things here and there. I see no one filling in the poll. Please do. And can I also ask if you can please let me know in the Q&A, it's okay, I know it's not a text chat place, but it's okay. Just let me know how you heard about the webinar. Did you receive an email? Did you see it on the social media? How did you get here? Please let me know. Uh, 2 more minutes and we'll get going. Hello, welcome. Someone else joined. Welcome, welcome. So just to let you know, as I was saying earlier before you join, we have a poll that is up. Please fill it in. I need 100% participation. Just a few questions, very basic. Let me know where country you're from, how you heard about the webinar, and so on. We have a Q&A that is ongoing and constant. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write them down. We'll make sure to tackle them as fast as possible. And we'll get started with the webinar now. So I'll be sharing my screen. Can everyone see everything? All good, perfect. So, welcome everyone. To those who weren't here before, I'm accompanied today by program directors Michalis Vazirganis and Rémi Flammary. They'll be presenting to you the program and its content. And I'm Karim Kubaisi from the marketing team. I'll be hosting this webinar and presenting to you the school. So to those who don't know, a few numbers I usually like to start with. 50% of all students who study abroad go on to perform better academically, and 97% of students who study abroad find a job within 1 year of graduation. These are facts. They're numbers. Numbers don't lie. So maybe this might be an incentive for anyone who does not live in France or is not French to come and live abroad. So now the question is, why France? Why not somewhere else? Well, first, France is the seventh economic power in the world, and it's second in Europe in terms of GDP. We are also one of the top science and technology hubs in Europe, and actually, École Polytechnique is in an area called Plateau de Saclay, which is the Silicon Valley of France. So we're surrounded by tech labs, big tech companies, and so on. We're the third best country to study abroad in. We're also the second favorite country for recruiters. And we're very proud to have 63 Nobel laureates and 15 field medalists. A few more reasons. Maybe this was not enough to convince you. One of the preconceived ideas about France is that if you study in France, it has to be in French, and the language might be a barrier. Well, this is not the case, at least not with us. There's many English taught programs at our school and in other places. We have a very France also offers very high quality of education, and the degrees in France are recognized worldwide. So all the doors will be open for you. Also, the value for money by comparison to other places like the US or the UK, where the prices can be quite high. This is not the case in France. Also, you have many opportunities to stay after your studies, continue a career or grow or stay in France and so on. A bit more about us. So, École Polytechnique was founded in 1794 by Napoleon Bonaparte. After the French Revolution, he gathered the most brilliant minds and engineers and scientists in the country to rebuild Paris. And that's something we follow in his footsteps till this day. We are really close to Paris. We're a 30-minute metro ride away with 160 hectares of green space. As you can see in the image, this is our campus. It's quite big. The air is fresh. It's really nice and quiet. We have a huge alumni network, and they are behind breakthroughs in science, tech, medicine, and so on. And we are the sixth institution worldwide with the most Nobel Prize winners worldwide again. So maybe you'll be the next one. A bit more about our ranking. So we rank first in France in engineering, technology, computer science. We're second in math, and we are the number one for employee reputation. We also rank really high worldwide. So all these numbers also don't lie, as stated previously. So we're one of the top institutions, most prestigious in France, and would love to have you among us. What do we stand for? What are our values? So Napoleon Bonaparte valued excellence 200 years ago, more, and we still do today. We look for excellent students, excellent minds, and we also promise to offer back an excellent education and quality of life. So this is a two-way exchange. It's not, we don't just require, we also offer back. And the excellence is not exclusivity. So if you have the skills, the drive, the everything else to make it through our doors and come to École Polytechnique, well, we make sure that nothing else is, everything is at your disposal, and everything is accessible for you. We are also human scale, so we have a small student to faculty ratio, so you will not be just a number within a class of 100 other students. The classes are quite small. This makes sure that you can get all the focus needed from your teachers and not make sure no one's falling behind. Everyone gets the full experience. Our pillars, education, first of all, we are at 3,900 students and 500 professors, as told you before about the small student to faculty ratio. Our professors are all researchers. They've all worked, they've all gotten their hands in the field, and we have 23 labs. And if we take into consideration our partner universities, this can go up to 42. And finally, innovation. Since 2010, we've started over 400 startups. So if you're someone who wants to be an entrepreneur, you have an idea, you have something that you want to get going, well, we have an incubator. This is the place to be. A bit more about our alumni before I give the floor to the directors. We've had astronauts, presidents, numerous politicians, and 1/3 of the CAC 40, which is the French stock exchange, the equivalent of S&P 500. Well, 1/3 of them are Polytechnique alumni. Our programs, we have many programs. Today we'll be focusing on the master's program, which is in English entirely. So this one. And within the master's program, we have 5 different themes and 13 different tracks. The 5 themes being economics, AI, data science, environment, computer science. Today's focus will be on large language models, graphs, and applications. As I said before, small classes, 5 to 30 students per class, multidisciplinary training, so you're well-rounded. We make sure you learn a bit of everything, you're not too narrow. And finally, hands-on experience, you'll get to work, you get to get your hands dirty. Last small number, 71% of our students find a job before even graduating, so no worries with that. And these are the kind of industries you can see yourself or other students or anyone in Polytechnique ends up in. So this has been it for me. I'll be coming back in a bit. I'll give the floor now to Michalis and Remy to talk to you more about the master's program. Thank you.
Can I start, Remy? Good. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for your interest in this novel and innovative master on large language models and graphs and applications. So the idea is that we are searching, and this master is made for students that are ambitious, that want to learn AI from grounds up, that they want to be in the state of the art, and they want to find either top jobs in the industry or continue for doing top level research in Polytechnique or in other universities of the ecosystem in France or even abroad. So the idea is that we will offer to you innovative courses on state of the art for AI. Then the program consists of it's a mixture between lectures and practical applications. And also we are seeking and we will have invited industrial talks, so you will be exposed to the reality of the AI, of the generative AI in industry. There is also important element of connection to the industry, like internships and job placements after. And the industries that are relevant here are the big tech company, where the development of generative AI is ongoing. There are many applications of generative AI that are represented by large language LLMs and graph-related applications in the area of finance, pharmaceutical companies, but also the graduates can, as I mentioned, search for top quality PhDs elsewhere in the world. The possible roles after the graduation are listed here, but they are not only those. So we claim that the graduates of our master will be very well educated and prepared to become LLM engineers or development or machine learning or LLM operations engineers, because it is very important, let's say, task how to deploy and how to run generative AI on a daily basis. There is also new elements like agentic experts. LLMs are now not only replying to queries, but also do things via agents. Graph AI is also very important because graphs are the best way to represent complex and structured information. And there are many interesting applications in the area of chemical industry, pharmaceutical companies, biomedical, industrial, etc. So what is the overview of LLMs in the market? So the idea is that we have the LLMs redefining the way that we work and we live, and there is a huge need for people that are educated and very well trained on the state of the art of the methods for developing from grounds up and training and maintaining these large-scale infrastructures. So we are talking about specifics like LLM operations, how to deploy and monitor LLMs. We are talking about applying new state-of-the-art methods of retrieval augmented generation, safety, reinforcement learning, and human feedback, making LLMs aligned with safety constraints or also cultural constraints. And of course, we need to take into account other topics like how to benchmark performance, how to mitigate biases in the LLMs, etc. We can go to the next. Some specific domains that are, let's say, subdomains of this generative AI market have to do with multimodality. because generative AI doesn't only deal with text, it deals with images, videos, and other modalities, including graphs, as we will see later. I already mentioned the importance of agentic AI, where the LLMs are much more than inference engines. They are um, compiling and completing pipelines in industrial processes, in finance, etc., by calling external softwares. Um, we are also interested in the sovereignty of the models. How can we develop sovereign models by making sure that data, infrastructures, and talent are sovereign? And we have already mentioned about RAG and reasoning, especially for reasoning. The latest versions of LLMs are very much trained on mathematical, mostly reasoning tasks, how to make proofs, how to make deductions, how to make better decisions. And so this is an important element of the master. Finally, we see graph generative AI. I stress again that much of the information that we encounter today online is structured as a graph, including social networks, including molecules, structures in biology, electricity networks, transport networks, logistic networks. And LLMs are not adequate to represent this kind of information. This is why we need to separately tackle and discuss the graph data. So in our university, REMI, and in our group, we offer a lot of expertise in the area of graph machine and deep learning plus graph generative AI. Um, so the program is consisting of 2 years. There is the Master 1 and the Master 2 years. In total, the courses and the internships sum up to 100 ECTS, European Credit Transfer System. There is provision for 2 internships. Um, and second year is the specialization that we are talking about, the large language models, graphs, and applications. The first year is common with other masters. And the organization is that of the topics in semesters is that we have some mandatory core courses that we will discuss probably later. Um, then we have elective courses that are focused on niche topics of this area. And we are talking about lecture series with external speakers, conferences, etc. You can download the brochure by scanning. Um, Yes, so for the curriculum, there are 5 pillars. We want to provide you with sound foundations of generative AI, and this means that we need to make sure that your mathematical and algorithmic foundations are sound, but also relate this to the new architectures like transformers and attention mechanisms. We will show you how to navigate among more soft aspects like the ethical, the regulatory, and the economic impact of the generative AI. We make sure that you are exposed to hands-on industrial experience with, for instance, model fine-tuning and optimization with LLM ops, that you master techniques like retrieval augmented generation, and that you are, let's say, educated on how to make an LLM align to constraints, geopolitical, ethical, and cultural by applying reinforcement learning to remove bias and make AI more responsible. And finally, with graph machine learning and graph generative AI, You will grasp skills in the area of how do we, let's say, design and train graph generative AI for applications like biomedical and other domains in the area of industry. I don't know if Remy wants to intervene here or to continue.
Yeah, I can finish. You
Of course.
already said most of what's important, I would say. So as Michaelis said, you're gonna have 2 years. So the first, no, so this is for the first year. Yeah. So the first year here is gonna be the basics. Okay. So you're gonna have fundamental courses like machine learning. Refresher courses, some background about statistics, computer science. In the second period, you're going to go more advanced. We're going to start talking about NLPs, of course. We're going to start talking about graphs and how to process graphs with deep learning. And in the third period, you're going to have an internship. Okay, so that's for the first year. And in the second year, Karim will show us the slide. In the second year, this is a specialization year. So you're going to have courses that are very much more focused, okay? So on specific aspects of large language models, pre-training, fine-tuning, that are extremely important to deploy them and design them in practice nowadays. And also, of course, more advanced courses on the graph aspect. As Michaelis said, you of course need the basics from first year, but in the second year, you're going to do more application. You're going to go deeper about what you can do with those graph neural networks on molecules, on medicine, on many types of application, but also you're going to have transverse courses because, I mean, with big LLM powers comes responsibilities, so you need to be careful, and you're going to have to talk also about ethical questions and these kind of things. And of course, period 3 is again an internship that's going to give you hands-on experience. So well, that's us. You should recognize us now. And so we have the chance to have Michaelis with a world-renowned expert on learning on graphs and machine learning in general. But also other professors that are associated to these masters, Luis Chamon, Johannes, Emric, Enye, Zhu, who are also very good professors, but also researchers in the field. Back to Karim, I guess.
Okay, I can take over here. Thank you, Remy. Thank you, Michaelis. So this is who can apply. I will tell you more about how to apply in the admission, but who can apply in general? Well, we need an engineering bachelor's degree or computer science, mathematics. You need deep knowledge in these fields. You need to be prepared because this is quite intensive. We don't go easy on these parts. So students, as it's written, comprehensive mathematical, computer science training. This includes either bachelor training or if you're from a French system, you can do prépa or some other thing. If you don't have a bachelor's degree in math or computer science, an engineering degree, but you have skills in these fields, computer science, computer engineer or XYZ. So that would be ideal. And C1 English level, as this master's is given out in English. So you need to be fluent. Accommodation, we offer accommodation to all our students. Not to all, you need to request it. We offer the option for accommodation. So you will get your individual rooms. You will all share a kitchen. Each one has an individual room, bathroom, and so on. You have a large communal space, co-working spaces, music rooms, places to play board games, pool, table tennis. Honestly, everything is at your disposal. It's quite fun. You will be in a small area with all the other students from all different master's programs. We offer student support services, so we offer the basics for all non-French students. For example, the basics is a unit that helps you with your visa, health insurance, opening a bank account, getting a French phone number, etc. So you're not left alone to deal with everything. Everything governmental, which is horrible to do. Also, we have a career center. You don't know where to get your internship, what should you do next? Should you apply to this company, this company? Well, the career center is here to help you out make these big life decisions. Also, for campus life, we have the MOX, which is the student organization. They prepare events, barbecues, bouncy castle, trips to Paris and other places. We have 200 student clubs and more. You can even open your own. Let's say you're passionate about Harry Potter or cricket. I don't know. Well, you can open your own club, gather a few of your friends, and go ahead. We have a lake that's really cold, but you can swim in it if you're brave enough. We have a museum, a library, restaurant, food trucks, cafe, and so many sport facilities. So honestly, you're very well surrounded. For everything sports related, we have infrastructures for everything. So swimming pools, dojo, tennis, and badminton, volleyball, whatever kind of sports. We have all kinds of boat sports, all kind of racket sports. Sorry, we have skydiving, horseback riding, fencing. So quite varied. You have plenty of options. I have to say these we don't do these competitively. So unlike some other schools where you might compete internationally, nationally, and so on, we don't do this. So these sports are just for your own fun. You are required to do some sports in the masters, 1 hour per week, but this is generally for your enjoyment. Application process now is the real question. So first of all, before you even apply, you need to have a bachelor's degree and a strong English level. So as specified before. Once you meet these two criteria, you need to fill in your application. In the application, we need two reference letters. One has to be academic, so from one of your teachers. The other one could be academic or professional. If you've had an internship, if you worked somewhere, your supervisor can give you reference letters as well. We did the transcript of your grades, your CV, a personal statement. We have questions that are already in. You will download the form. We have some questions that we will need you to answer. So please, you fill them out. No need to get creative. No need to write something on your own from your side. Just answer the questions. An English language certificate. So we only take the IELTS, TOEFL, or Cambridge Advanced. We don't do SATs, we don't do Duolingo. If you have an English speaking country's nationality, so if you're from the US, Australia, UK, whatever country that speaks English natively, then you don't need to provide that. Or if your last 2 years, your bachelor's degree, if it was entirely in English, then you don't need to specify a language certificate. Any other case, we need a language certificate, please. And finally, you will have a 90 euro fee and you can apply to two programs. So you can apply to this one and something else maybe that you like. Once your application is accepted, you will have 20 to 30-minute interview about motivation, scientific culture, what you've done. I'm sorry. Okay. What you've done in life and so on. So it will be a bit to meet you, see if you've had, I don't know, robotics competition that you've won X, Y, and Z. For fees, we are at 15,400 per year. If you are a student at an IP Paris institution, so NSAE, Telecom, etc., it will be 12,350. We do offer financial opportunities for all students. We don't do any differences on nationality, age. This doesn't matter. We have scholarship opportunities. We have merit-based and need-based. Also, the government offers CAF, which is to help out students pay their living expenses. I do think that now the CAF is only for French students. This has been changed recently. But please, everything financial aid, you will need to check on our website as these things vary quite often. Finally, admissions calendar, almost finally. We are now in wave 3. We are almost in March, and the deadline is March 9th, 12 p.m. France time. So midday, France, Paris time. So please make sure you apply before. Everyone apply long before. And don't apply 9th of March at 11 p.m., at 11 a.m. because we need to validate it. So apply before. How you apply, scan the QR code. Where to apply, scan the QR code. It will send you right away to our links, to our website. And if you apply now, you will get your interviews hopefully in April and your final results in May. So it's quite fast, honestly. Finally, let's say you've done all this. What can you do later? once you're in France? Well, you have a few options. France offers residency. If you're looking for a job or want to start your own company, you get a residency for 1 year to do so. Once you get your company going or you find a job, you will get another residency to just stick around and do your work, you know. And second, if you decide to leave France, maybe you want to go back to your home country, maybe you want to tour Asia or something, I don't know. Well, you get VLSTS, which is the equivalent of a visa. For up to 4 years, you can go around, do whatever your heart pleases, and come back. And in 4 years, you can continue working normally. And finally, we have the citizenship. You can apply to it after 2 years of work after your master's. So you do your master's for 2 years, you work for 2 years, and you can apply for the citizenship. Of course, all of these have their own exemptions and rules, as these are set by the government, not us. So please make sure you check online, you double check, as exemptions and conditions, of course, can apply. This is our campus. This is where the student dorms are, over here. Tennis, lake, etc. So it's quite big, it's quite nice, it's quite green. Finally, thank you so much for joining us. We will give room for a few questions now, if anyone has any. If you have any questions later that we didn't answer today, please don't hesitate to send an email to this email over here. And please scan the QR code, follow us on all our social media so that you can stay up to date on the latest news, everything we might update. So thank you, everyone. This has been a pleasure. And we will give room now to questions, so don't hesitate. Go ahead. Bombard us. We can also let you raise your hands if you want to talk. If you have a question you'd like to talk, we'll raise your hand and we'll let you speak up. Don't be shy. Well, looks like Oh. How deep is the software engineering and architecture here? I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand your question.
Yeah, probably I can guess.
Go ahead, Mikalis.
So if I understand well, the question is about how much software engineering we do, how much programming skills we give to our students. So the idea is that the program is giving emphasis to practical engineering because LLMs and graph generative AI is about training AI algorithms on large quantity of data. The data need preparation. We teach the students uh, how to apply pipelines, how to clean the data, how to explore the data, how to prepare them for the training and fine tuning, and then the idea is that you need to learn and to be trained on the let's say, I wouldn't say pre-training because this is not usually what is done, on fine-tuning or continual training models. And then there are other aspects like instruction tuning, there is RLHF, there is reinforcement learning, there is reasoning aspects, there is agentic, RAG, etc. So the idea is that we, at the LLM side, we make sure that we have specialized, let's say, professors that have hands-on experience in their professional life in all these aspects. So my prediction is that we will have a very significant practical aspect and practical, I would say, dimension in the training.
Perfect. Thank you, Mikalis. I hope this answers your question. If it doesn't, please don't hesitate to ask again.
Yes, please feel
Uh,
free to open your microphones and make a dialogue with us.
Anyone else? Don't be shy, we don't bite, of course. Also, not all of you answered the poll, only 4. So thank you to the 4 who answered. Please, the other ones, please fill out the poll. It will take you a minute and a half. Okay, take you. I hope I'm not butchering your name, as I'll let you talk now. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Our pleasure.
To clarify, you said that the program will learn about a lot about the asset LLM and maybe the lot of learning, machine learning. But my question is related about the practicality of deployment, whether what kind of architecture stack we should put to have a proper AI applications, and what kind of um, let's say microservice do we need to put um, to get a better result. I understand that this program focus on the AI, but my question whether the the software itself is being taught deeply in here.
Yeah.
Hope it clarifies.
There,
Thank you.
there are also courses about ML ops, LLM ops. That is how to actually deploy, and these kinds of technologies are going to be taught. Okay, but keep in mind something. This is an MSCT. What we want to teach people, and we want people to be competent in, is understanding the software tools, but not to learn one software tool, because like in 2 years, some of the tools nowadays just won't be used anymore, and so you need to be able to adapt. So basically, it forces you to take a step back, understand the tools, and then you can change basically tools because they all do the same thing. Okay, so short answer, there will be ML ops, LLM ops courses.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. If anyone has any more questions, please don't hesitate. Going once, going twice, 3 times. Toc toc. Done. So thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure. I hope we answered all your questions and you have a bit more visibility on the program. And I hope you will join us next year. Of course, this is recorded and will be up online on our website within a few days. So don't hesitate to go back and watch again if you have any questions. Of course, you can also email us at the address I showed before. And it's been a pleasure having you. Thank you, Remy. Thank you, Mikalis, for joining me and presenting today. And thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you
Have a
very
great
much,
day.
Kevin. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.
Goodbye.